What if I told you that one extra heartbeat, one longer breath, could have changed the entire world? Because Genghis Khan didn't die peacefully in old age. He died in 1227, still conquering, still expanding, still terrifying half the planet. Now, imagine this. What if Genghis Khan lived 20 more years? No retirement, no slowing down, just 2 more decades of the most efficient war machine humanity had ever seen. Yeah, that's not a small what if. That's a timeline breaker. So let's walk through it, slowly, because this gets wild fast. When Genghis Khan died, the Mongol Empire was already massive. China was collapsing. Central Asia had been shattered. Persia was bleeding. Eastern Europe had felt the shockwaves. But here's the part people forget. The Mongols hadn't peaked yet. They were still learning, still adapting, still refining their tactics. And Genghis Khan wasn't just a conqueror. He was the glue. He kept rival sons in line. He controlled succession. He personally chose generals based on skill, not blood. Once he died, things fractured. So now, let's rewind history and give him 20 more years. First big change? Europe doesn't get lucky. In real history, Europe was spared full-scale invasion partly because of timing. The Mongols were already deep into Eastern Europe when news of Genghis Khan's death arrived, and Mongol tradition demanded the princes return east to decide succession. That pause saved Europe. But in this alternate timeline, there is no recall, no political hesitation, just momentum. Hungary and Poland don't just get raided, they get absorbed. Vienna? Gone. The Holy Roman Empire suddenly finds itself facing enemies that don't fight like knights, don't siege like Romans, and don't retreat like anyone they've ever seen. European castles designed for slow medieval warfare start falling, and panic spreads. Because once fear spreads, Mongol strategy does the rest. Cities surrender without a fight, kings argue instead of uniting, and suddenly Europe isn't the center of the future anymore. It's just another frontier. Now let's jump east, because China doesn't survive this version of history. In real life, it still took decades after